Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are doing Yuju's individual reading. In this video we are going to just continue down GFRIEND's individual readings, and in this one we're going to talk about Yuju's her current energy, her career, her love life, and any healing messages that go through. Now buckle down and prepare because I don't know how long this one will be. Unha's video was a lot longer than I expected and that I was anticipating, so I don't know how long Yuju's will be. This one sent to me like an hour long, so keep that in mind. But with all that said, let's just kind of jump into this one and see what is in store for Yuju's reading. So let's start. So let's see. What is currently going on with Yuju? We have the Seven of Swords reverse and the Hangman reverse. So it seems like right now she's struggling to broaden her horizons and open her mind to new possibilities. The Seven of Swords tells me that things could be a little bit difficult. To me, the Seven of Swords usually means like deception or keeping something secret, or kind of similar to the Four of Pentacles, taking something for yourself. But with the card being reversed, it kind of tells me that she may be struggling to let go of an idea. Because swords is all about your thoughts and your ideas. Okay, I don't know if the mic can pick it up, but if you can hear like the sky is being ripped apart, is because I want to record and I just realized that today and tomorrow, so this weekend, is going to be the Chicago Air and Water Show. So you're gonna hear like a bunch of flying metal things in the sky, and I don't know if you can pick it up, but I can definitely hear it, and I almost feel like my ears are going like they're vibrating in this room, like, whoa, what's going on? And it kind of shakes my brain, and it's been annoying me. While I was setting up the frame for Yuju's individual reading, it was completely quiet. Like, you couldn't hear steps upstairs, no one was outside, and you couldn't hear like the sky was screaming in pain. But now I just start reading for Yuju, I jump into her current energy, and bam, I'm annoyed. Let's just put it that way. So that rant away. So with the Seven of Swords, I do feel that this could be, since Swords is all about your thoughts, your ideas, and your way of communicating, and the Hangman is, if I'm correct, a Neptune card. So that's all about your spirituality, all of the unknown. It could also be, because I'm thinking of the 12th house, that type of energy. So I do feel. But if you look at the Hangman is supposed to be, you put yourself in a position where you see everything upside down, right? You see everything from this new point of view, this new perspective, and it's supposed to give you insight, it's supposed to give you knowledge, it's supposed to give you wisdom, and it's supposed to also help you see things from this new perspective that broadens your horizons, and it enlightens you. That's why we see like this light or like this halo like around the tiger. The fact that it's reversed, though, I do feel that Yuju is currently in a mentality that's kind of holding her back a little bit. Like, it's keeping her in a position where she can't think clearly, or she can't really understand what's going on, or she has put herself in a position where it's difficult for her to see the new perspective, or being able to see things in a positive way. Like, I do feel that she has put herself in a stage where she can't, like, she's trapped within her own mind. That's like the best way I can put it. So she can't really see far beyond where she's standing, and she can't really see the positives or the negatives, because I do feel that she may be overthinking something, so she's not letting go of an idea. That's kind of like the main thing here. So what's going on with Yuju? We have the Ace of Swords and the Fool. So she can't even bring herself to think of anything new because she's holding herself back. And with the Fool is because she's not able to trust in the universe. She's struggling right now to take the leap of faith. She's struggling to start this new beginning because aces are new beginnings, new chapters in life. And then the Fool is also the start, it's card number 0. and it's technically the end and the start of the main arcana. So she's definitely going, like, this is big, this is like important in the sense that it's kind of like it's a lifetime thing. It was supposed to be in her life, it was supposed to happen, or it's a very big chapter in her life that will help her grow and it will help her change. So I do feel that this kind of is important. So yeah, let's see what else is going on. So what's going on with Yuju? We have the Page of Swords reverse, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Magician. I understand. So the Page of Swords, pages are all about communication. It's also, to me, pages are also beginnings, because pages is like baby energy. Usually the court cards are page, knight, queen, and king, and it's supposed to show like the growing stages of a human. And when you talk about swords, it's talking about ideas, right? It's like the different stages of an idea, the different stages of your form of communication. And court cards could also be like people. So I do feel that this Knight of Swords is the card that currently represents Yuju. So I'll put it right here, actually. No, yeah, I'll leave it here. So this Knight of Swords kind of represents Yuju right now. So right now, she is being reckless. She's not thinking straight. She is just, she may actually have struggles communicating properly because of her inability to think clearly. She may be analyzing the situation, but she can't seem to see far beyond what's in front of her. I do feel that she's currently in this stage where communication and her thoughts and her ideas are just not working in her favor, because we have a bunch of air. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. The only suit that has come out is swords. So the thing that's definitely not working for her is that it could be communication within herself, it could be communication with her environment, it could be communication with other people, it could be her own mind that's bothering her. So her own intellect, it has been poisoned by her overthinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. So yeah, the Knight of Swords is Gemini energy, which is a sign of communication, is a sign of union, it is a sign of quick information, quick thinking, and stuff like that. You know, short, what is it called? Not adventures, short travels. Let's put it that way. So yeah, but with this Knight of Swords, it's the most dynamic knight of like the whole deck. The Knight of Swords is also the card of, you know, warning to not be reckless, and you can't really see it because this is like green light, but this is red right here. So it's a very grounded in the sense of like it's the root chakra, meaning that it's a material card. So it doesn't really go far beyond what can be seen, and it doesn't really go too deep within anything. So I do feel that usually the Knight of Swords could be a very good card, but seeing how it's surrounded by a bunch of swords that are pointing down, it kind of tells me that it's leaning towards the negative things of this Knight of Swords. Now, if you look at this Page of Swords, the pages to me are also beginnings. It's the baby energy, as I mentioned earlier. This Page of Swords is kind of like, this is a baby, and then the knight is like a teenager or like a kid. You know, it's along those lines, right? And then we have like the queen will be an adult, and then a king will be a mature individual, or it could be even an old man if you want to see it that way. That's kind of how the age progresses as you go through the court cards. But with this Page of Swords, I also feel, you know, pages are also messages. It's kind of like the whisper of a new beginning kind of thing. It's like an idea is being born with this Page of Swords, but the fact that it's reversed, it kind of leans towards like this section right here, like there's this perspective that Yuju cannot see, or she can't even imagine this new beginning, and because of that, it's hard for her to start something new. It's even hard for her to even imagine this new beginning. So I do feel that maybe out of all of GFRIEND so far, Yuju could be the one that was one of the people that got really affected after the disbandment, potentially, and that's why she can't even imagine herself starting something new. Especially because we have the Magician. The Magician is the most powerful manifestor in a deck, because the Magician is a card that has balanced all of the elements. You know, we have pentacles right here, we have like wands right there, What else? We have the infinite sign of, you know, infinite power, infinite possibilities, and infinite ways of making something happen. So I do feel that with this magician card being reversed, the magician is card number 1, which is a card that of course follows the fool, and the fact that they're both reversed, it tells me that she is definitely having a very difficult time trying to manifest something physically, but that's because she can't even think of how to make it happen, because she can't even allow this idea to manifest within her mind, if that makes sense. So she's definitely going through it. Let's see, is there's anything else? What's going on with Yuju right now? We have Judgment reverse. We have the World reverse and the Queen of Cups reverse. She's definitely going through it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you besides she ain't doing that great right now. So we have 2 more major arcanas. We have the World and Judgment, and they're both reversed. I swear to you guys that I shuffle in such a way to make sure reversals are a thing. So I do work with reversals, as you can clearly see, but I am actually surprised at how many good cards we have that are reversed. So we are getting like the, not necessarily the opposite meaning, but sometimes it could be like the blocked energy of the card's meaning. So for example, Judgment is like answering that call, going through what your life purpose is, following what your internal voice wants you to do, following what your heart wants you to do. So the fact that Judgment is reversed, I'm getting that that Yuju right now is not listening to that part of herself. She can't allow herself to do what she wants because she's overthinking. So she's like oversaturated with a bunch of ideas, a bunch of things, maybe even fears, and that's blocking her a lot, and she can't even get herself out of that hole she has put herself into. And then we have the World. Oh, I just noticed. The World goes after Judgment, right? The World is the last card of, you could put it that way, is like the last card of the major arcana. You know, we have number 20, and then we have 21, and then 0. So it's kind of like Yuju could start a new chapter in her life, but she's still can't really do that if she doesn't end a cycle within her life. And I think her overthinking is what is not allowing her to finish this cycle. The World is destiny, fate. We have Pluto and Saturn energy, so this is a very difficult, you know, they're planets, so it's kind of the environment or the external help or the external energy that is being like coming towards Yuju. So we have Saturn energy, which is a harsh teacher, a teacher of time, a teacher of limitations and boundaries, a teacher of structure. But I do feel that this is like a difficult teacher for Yuju because right now she is learning kind of like the hard way to do things. And then we have Judgment, which is a Pluto card, and Pluto is a planet of transformation, death, inheritance, and all of that, right? So it's kind of, this is definitely end a cycle type of thing, and it's going to be difficult because when you are put within limitations, you have to learn how to work within them or how to break free from those limitations. It's really up to the individual, and depends also on the lesson that you have to learn, right? But avoiding something is definitely not the answer here. I also feel that her overthinking is just kind of like her natural state, if that makes sense. I mean, she's if I'm correct, you use a Libra, so that means that her sun is in Libra, meaning that it could happen that she overthinks a lot or daydreams a lot as well, because Libra is an air sign, and we clearly have a lot of air right here. So yeah, she may feel like the world is not in her favor. She may feel like she doesn't even know what she can do anymore. She may feel like she lost her sense of purpose in life, or that she doesn't know where to stand anymore, where to go, what direction to follow. Like, she's definitely like in that difficult energy right now. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. So the Queen of Cups is water energy. This is Scorpio energy. Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto. Just wanted to mention that out. Oh my god, I just wanted to mention that. We also have this Queen of Cups that she may struggle to communicate, because the Queen of Cups has blue with orange, which Judgment also has blue with orange. and the world is all blue. So I'm talking about those colors because blue is a throat chakra, and the throat chakra talks about speaking your truth. But to me, the throat chakra also talks about learning how to communicate not only with other people but also within yourself. So the throat chakra is a chakra that if it's, it's supposed to help us being able to communicate in any way, shape, or form our own ideas, our own feelings, and things along those lines. So I do feel that with her, hers is kind of like clenched, dry. She may struggle a lot with it, but I feel because if she can't think clearly, it will be difficult to connect her mind and her heart. And her heart is kind of what's going to guide her to do what makes her feel emotionally fulfilled. And this Queen of Cups is kind of talking about that emotional fulfillment, right? Is the Queen of Cups is someone that is able to work great with her creativity, is a queen that knows how to feel beautiful, secure, and confident. This Queen of Cups is someone that knows how to work with their emotions and being able to be nurturing and being motherly and being caring. So I do feel that with this Queen of Cups being reversed, she is struggling to follow her passions because she's struggling to even communicate that with herself. And I'm talking about passions because orange is the sacral chakra, and that is what motivates us, what we're passionate about, what we love, type of thing, right? So I do feel that what she desires, so I do feel that she is struggling to do exactly what she likes and what she enjoys, because right now she's in a period where she's thinking so much that it's difficult for her to even focus on the things that she does enjoy, because she may be too busy thinking of all the other things that she has in mind. I also feel that she may be lacking some self-confidence because that Queen of Cups is reversed. And yeah, I do feel that it could be because she does feel a little bit discouraged that whatever she wants to manifest is just not happening. And I do feel that she can't manifest it because she can't trust, again, because she is like completely blocked right now. We want to put it like that way. So with all of that said, let's go into her career and let's see if maybe all that we see here is because of her career, which I feel that that's very, very likely, but it could be her love life or it could be something else. I don't know. So yeah, I'll put the cards right here. So what is going to be Yuju's career? We have Turkey. And we have those cards. You see how hard it is to show those ones? Okay. Okay. One more time. Okay, I'll take the dog one. I'll put this one away. Okay. So what's going on with Yuju's career? I will put this Page of Cups right here. So the first card that came out was Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. So, okay. That someone could be her or it could be somebody else in her life. We have Cat, a two-faced friend. Oh crap. We have August. We also have June. August, June. We have chain of events that will affect your life. We also have Gong, an exciting event. And we have Dog Far Away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So, okay. Let's see. So I do feel that maybe something happened in June or in August. We are in August right now, but something could have happened in those months that could be very important to her career or will be important to her career, or something happened in there that has affected her career. Yeah. So that's kind of what I see right there with those months. Like that could be something. Wait, let me look at the imagery of this. So I do feel that if you look at this, we have kind of like a full moon I'm getting. So ending a cycle. That's kind of, if I'm correct, that's what full moons mean. I'm thinking because of the moonology cards, which we have right here. We're going to use them in a little bit. The full moons are supposed to represent endings. So whatever cycle she has to end. That's kind of what that's signaling. I also feel that there's like this ominous feeling in August, so maybe this is the period where Juju kind of just like breaks down. And then we have June, where we have like an angel with this flowers. So I do feel that there could be like this blossoming or having to let go or something, or going with the flow but being divinely protected. So that could have happened, or that could happen, like future sense. June passes every year, so it could be any year, honestly. So someone is behaving stupidly, so something is going on in her career that she's definitely not happy with. A chain reaction has happened in her career, so one thing after another after another. I'm kind of thinking of the domino effect. One thing just sparked everything else to happen. We have a two-faced friend, so I do feel that there could be a sense of betrayal going on right here. That this chain reaction could have caused Yuju to realize that there is someone unloyal in her life, or someone that was not being good to her. Someone that was stupid was a two-faced friend. Could be something like that. But then we have some good stuff going on. We have an exciting event, so I'm kind of thinking with a gong that is kind of like a wake-up call, or like, a call to action type of thing. And then we have a dog far away, so I do feel that there could be potentially a loyal individual that will help her, or could be someone that doesn't have to be loyal or long-lasting in her life. It could just be someone that could help her and just kind of like walk in and out of her life again. I do feel that a distant friend thinking of you is kind of like the message of, it could be someone that is like, oh, I randomly thought of you, and then gives her an opportunity. Let's say someone is like, oh wait, I wanted to work on this project and I needed a good singer, and I randomly thought of you, so why don't you work with me? It could be something like that. Or it could be a supportive friend, so it could be someone that is like, oh, we haven't really talked this couple of months, how is everything going, how are you doing? It could be something like that in her career, but it will benefit her career. Or it could be someone that she worked with. That's 3 cards. I'm okay with that. Let's go. So we have waning moon. What do you need to release? So there's definitely something she has to let go of in her career as well. We have full moon, surrender to the divine, which this is very reminiscent of the Fool card that we had in her current energy. And also this full moon kind of looks like that August card, and with a surrender to the divine, I guess the ominous feeling we're feeling that I talked about in August could also be like kind of opening up to the unknown. Right? It could be something along those lines. But yeah, surrender to the divine with this full moon is like shining light on her emotions, or starting to shine the light on the things that she cannot see. So I do feel that something could be revealed to her in her career very soon. But she may have to let go of something, which it could be her overthinking. Like, if she were to let go of her overthinking, it will help her be able to see like this new offer life has for her. The other card that we have is Fifth Moon, Hold Your Vision. So Fifth Moon is talking about the fifth signs like Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It's talking about like those signs that know where they stand, they know their values, they also know what they like, what they don't like, and they understand also what their very principled energy. So this fifth moon is talking about, when it says hold your vision, is whatever it is that Yuju wants in her career. Life is telling her, hold on to hope, hold on to that idea, trust us and we're gonna make it happen. You don't release that overthinking to allow the universe and life to do what they have to do to help her through those periods. So that's kind of what we're getting so far for her career. So let's see what's going on with Yuju's career. We have the Angel of Visions. So I do feel that she could see possibilities, but it will only happen if she allows life to work with her, if she allows the universe to work with her. So yeah, this Angel of Visions, she could get dreams potentially of how to do things. She could get dreams of new opportunities. She could get visions like that, like through dreams. Like, so if she keeps a dream journal, she might be able to also see the patterns as to why she's blocking herself, and also see the patterns that are holding her back, or see what she's afraid of and stuff like that. So I do feel that through her dreams she will be able to see things a little bit clearer, and that goes very well with all of like the moon energy that we have right here, right? Because what do most people do when it's night? That is sleep. I say most people because not everyone. We have the Angel of Song, so I do feel that it is very fitting that we have the Angel of Song in Yuju's career, as she was the main vocalist of GFRIEND. I do feel that she was someone that really enjoyed to sing and really enjoyed being on stage potentially. So with this Angel of Song, I do feel that life wants her to continue, speaking up for herself, or continue giving the message that has to be said. So I do feel that life may want to continue encouraging her to sing, or may want to encourage her to continue down the music industry, but you may be right now in a mentality that it's like, oh, it doesn't work, it's not for me, like what am I going to do? But life is kind of like, trust us, leave it in our hands type of energy. One more card from this deck, and then we have the Angel of Vengeance. So remember how we had like that two-faced friend? Life may be saying like, there will be justice, or that person will pay for what has to be paid. Karma is a thing, and karma appears in different ways. It doesn't have to be necessarily a punishment. It's just like, I do feel that also with that card I'm getting that Yuju may have to be careful in avoiding any ideas that are resentful, because that will hurt her more than it will ever hurt whoever it is that she's feeling resentment for. So yeah, there's this high encouragement for Yuju to not dwell too much on that negative energy, because that will affect her a little bit more than it will whoever it is that she's mad at. But there is some sense of justice will be served. Karma will do what it has to do. So Yuju has nothing to worry about that in her career. Okay, what's going on with her career? We have the priest, or the high priestess. We have the never mind, that's the 8 of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Cups. So let me take 2 more cards. We have the 9 of Cups reversed. We have the 9 of Wands. And one last card. Oh crap. And then we have the Hangman. Well, the Hangwoman. So, taking out her tarot cards and looking at them, it's kind of clear as day what's going on in her career. So we have this, I say that and then I look at the priest and I'm like, what does that mean? So with the priest, we have, this is the second card, it goes right after the Magician. Is usually the High Priestess, but in this deck all the genders are reversed, so it's the priest. And in this one, it talks about having that higher knowledge. It represents the moon, and the moon is all about our emotions, our spirituality, our creativity. And I do feel that since it's the moon, I do feel that is very important for Yuju, because we have a lot of like moon imagery. Yes, we use the moonology cards, but then we have a moon right here, and we also have like the whole thing about having to look deep within herself and being able to communicate with herself. So I do feel that this high priestess, the priest in this deck is kind of showing, lending her the knowledge of what is necessary for her career. So I do feel that with this priest, we have the energy of being Yuju has to be able to look deep within her subconscious to be able to uncover all the things that have to be uncovered in order for her life to be a little bit more successful. We have 2 water planets here, basically, because in astrology the moon is considered a planet, just to make it easier, even though the moon is a satellite, it's not a planet. So yeah, because the Hangwoman is Neptune energy, right? So it's that energy, it's kind of like if we had Pisces and Cancer right here. So 2 signs that are very good at swimming in the depths of their emotions. They're also very good at being able to figure out how they feel because they allow their feelings to go through. But as an air sign, I am very sure that Yuju finds that very difficult, right? Because going through those emotions do require a sense of imbalance to be able to put herself back in harmony, So I do feel that she's struggling with that right now. But the fact that we have the hang movement here, but it's upright, so that's a little bit of a better sign. But to me, that kind of shows that we had the hanged man reversed in her current energy. So the thing that is blocking Yuju's abilities to see this bigger perspective and going beyond her horizons is her career. Her career is indeed the thing that's kind of blocking her mind and putting her in this state, right? Because it seems like she's working very, very hard. The Eight of Pentacles is the energy of being a mentor or being a student, so she's either learning or teaching other people how to do something. The Eight of Pentacles is also someone that has a very good idea at how to work their craft, so they're experts and they work very hard. So the Eight of Pentacles is like a very hard working energy. It's someone that is working very, very hard. And if you look at this imagery, I do feel that there is this sense of something that fulfills Yuju and something that makes her very happy is work. She enjoys to work, especially if it's the industry she was in. It seems like she really enjoyed it and she wants to continue working in that, but she may be working so hard in making her career work right now that not work for her career but make her career work for her. That's kind of what I thought of right now. Is it literally the thing that's kind of holding her back to be able to see this new perspective that she may need in her life right now. The other cards that we have that are kind of showing like the negative side of her career right now is we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is usually a card that shows someone that is happy, someone that's celebrating, someone that's going with friends and enjoying their time. However, with this Three of Cups reverse, I do feel that she's going through a very difficult period of not being able to celebrate. There's no victory to be happy about. There's too many difficulties to be able to see like the good in everything. So I do feel that Yuju right now is in a very pessimistic mentality, especially because we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is all about fulfillment. It's all about being satisfied emotionally. So the fact that they're both together tells me that she is not emotionally satisfied, and because of that she can't even really celebrate anything in her career, because something is definitely not okay with her right now. Something is definitely not making her happy. There is something that is not making her feel okay with life. There is something missing in her career, and because of that she can't celebrate it, she can't be happy for it. And because of that wave of emotions, we have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is a card that represents someone that is very guarded. If you see here, the woman has her back to us, so that kind of shows that she can't put her guard down. She is ready to protect herself. She is ready to jump and take action. She's kind of like in a very defensive state, right? If she's not really taking the offensive energy of like let me take action, let me do something for myself, let me do this, let me do that. It's more kind of like things are happening and she's just reacting to them. So she is not doing, how she had the Judgment card reversed? She's not doing that, right? She's not following what she wants to do. She's not doing what will emotionally fulfill her, and because of that she's usually in this constant energy of having to protect herself. She's in this constant energy of having to do things to make sure she's okay, and she's in this constant energy of having to put her walls up constantly, right? Constantly having to put her walls up, and that can make it very difficult to see any new opportunities going through. It can make it very difficult in helping you have hope in that things will get better. So I do feel that right now in her career things definitely are not going how she wants them. She's not happy. She's constantly working, but it's not going the way that she wants it. There are opportunities for her out there, but she needs to hold on to hope. But I do feel that it's also the only way this could work is if she lets go, if that makes sense. Not necessarily let go of the idea that things will get better, but let go of the fears and the resentment and the things holding her back. She needs to definitely let go of that and just trust in the universe that there is something better out there for her. So let's see if there's anything a little bit lighter in her love life. What is going on with Yuju's love life? Okay, I'll use that in a bit. And what's going on with Yuju's love life? The first card that jumped out was the Angel of Rain. So emotions pouring down. We have the Angel of Connection, and we have the Angel of Verdancy. So it feels like Yuju is going right now through a period in her love life where things are being abundant, there's healing, there's okay, it's weird because when I see these two cards, I'm not thinking of two people, I'm thinking of two angels or two protective higher power energies looking down at her in a way to protect her and take care of her and make sure that she's doing okay. So the way that I see it is that this Angel of Verdancy is kind of, we have earth and water, so two feminine signs, so it could be two very nurturing and kind energies working to take care of Yuju. We also have this sense of one is guiding her while the other one is allowing Yuju to just go with the flow of things in her love life. So one of the energies is bringing like a lot of abundance to Yuju in her love life, making sure that Yuju feels hope, making sure that she feels loved, making sure that she has the abundance, material satisfaction and stability necessary for Yuju, and she's kind of like guiding her, because in this card we see how let's call it deer for simplicity's sake, we have the deer right here kind of following the light that this tree is bringing upon them. So to me this is a very nurturing, caring, and a very feminine sign, very feminine energy. So it's an energy that is very soothing, very calm. It does not have to be seen, it's just an energy that is slowly feeding life towards Yuju. Let's put it that way. That's kind of what's going on. This is the type of love that's surrounding Yuju. The other card that we have is the Angel of Rain, and this is where I meant like going with the flow. And to me, rain is a very healing sound and a very healing feeling, if that makes sense. It's like when it's kind of like to me, one of the things that I do to cleanse my energy is just shower. It's one of the things that I hear the water pour, and it's kind of like my personal rain, let's put it that way. So to me that is a very healing feeling. It's kind of like when you hear water, everything just flows. It's like when you hear water moving, it's even if it's scary, it is also very soothing. So I do feel that with this Angel of Rain is kind of helping her see all of the things that have to be seen, to help her with her emotions and allowing that side of Yuju to work, because that's also it feels like that's one of the things that Yuju's kind of struggling with, and it's just allowing her feelings to go through. So yeah, it seems like the type of love that Yuju is getting right now, which is something that I've never gotten in anyone else's love life. The one that got the closest to this was actually Taeyong from NCT. That didn't really get like a romantic thing. It was definitely more of wanting love from family, friends, and I guess romantic partners will be there too, but like just feeling loved, right? Like loved in all ways, shapes, or form. And with Yuju, it feels like it's more of like a spiritual life loves you, the universe loves you type of love. So it's definitely one that she will feel from within, but it's not necessarily coming from her. It's coming from the universe, coming from outer energies and spirits that really want to help her and take care of her. They want to nurture her for sure. We have the root, which is connection, and in this one is like the lowest chakra, I guess you could put it. It's the root chakra. This is the energy of someone that is divinely connected. It's the thin veil or the thin line between the physical and the spiritual, or between the 3D and the 5D, right? It's like that little bridge and that connection between the two. So as I said that and I put it down, I'm thinking the bridge between these two energies, water and earth, they both work with each other to nurture each other. It's that type of energy. Also, when you see it through elements, earth and water do get along. They're the triangles that are both pointing down. Earth is the one that is a triangle pointing down with a line, and water is just a triangle pointing down. So they're both elements that do get along very well. They both function very similarly as well, and they're both elements that are pulled by gravity. So it's very grounding energy in a way, right? We have a very versatile and easy to adapt energy with water, and then we have a more structured and solid but still very stable energy with that earth that we have with the angel of verdancy. But I'm getting a lot of blossoming, work, and nurturing is like very big. So there's like a connection between the energies, and also a connection and a bridge that is being slowly brought to Yuju in her love. I'm saying in her love life, but like it's kind of strange, right? Now let's see what is going on with Yuju's love life. The first card that we got was Disseminating Moon. Take time to breathe out. So yeah, this is definitely energy of right now is the time for Yuju to just chill, relax, put herself together, bring herself together, work on herself rather than her career, work on herself to be happy. We have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So the end of the cycle will be completed when Yuju is able to get herself out of her head and being able to see the bigger picture, which in this case will be like, okay, just because things are not working right now doesn't mean that it won't be working later. Why did this happen? How can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? And that's kind of what will slowly allow Yuju to kind of bring herself out. This is also the energy that will allow Yuju to understand why it had to happen, because I do feel that things happened for a reason, and this reason is something that will definitely help her and benefit her in the long run. And I kind of want to take out one more card. Oh, that one kind of just went to the side. And then we have new moon in Aquarius, so this is the new beginning. Bring love into the situation. So I do feel that with this card, hold up, let me like this. So this new beginning for Yuju is, because new moon is all about new beginnings, so bring love into the situation. So what that means is that what is the love message that is going on for Yuju? Self-love. A lot of self-love. But this is not necessarily because it's coming from a place of she lacks confidence and security. It's not like at the moment that she's in, it's pushed her to feel like that, but she's not necessarily an insecure individual. Okay, I take that back. Maybe she is, but the period that she's in, physically, things are kind of getting in the way of her to feel secure and happy. So with this, bring love into the situation. I do feel that the new beginning or the new chapter or the new thing that you should be focusing on is herself, being able to respect herself and love herself and take care of herself, because I do feel that this is kind of like a period of helping you learn that it's okay to do what she's passionate about, it's okay to do what she desires, it's okay to feel the way that she feels, and it's okay to do what she wants to do, basically. So by bringing love into the situation, I do feel that it's kind of like allowing the universe to help her, because that's kind of like the love that I'm feeling is coming through for Yuju. It's like the universe wanting to bring these blessings and this loving energy towards her and just protect her and take care of her and cuddle her with all of this, and it almost spoiled her with stuff. But I do feel that she needs to feel worthy of it, she needs to feel deserving of it in order for it to happen and to be done, if that makes sense. So let's see what other cards come through. So, what are the blessings that life wants to give her? Sure. So we have wealth. They want to bring her money. So physical stability is something that life wants to bring her. We also have nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So life wants to definitely bring her money, but also bring her family, home, security, something that you can definitely hold on to. God, I just hold the cards that we got. We have the Shark. Take care, or there will be loss of material wealth. So they definitely want to help her to make sure that she is well taken care of. We already got like 2 wealth cards, so let me put them like this. So there's definitely like, they want to give her wealth, they want to give her a lot of like material things and a lot of material goods, but she has to take care of herself to make sure that she doesn't just lose it because she's not taking care of it, or she needs to be careful to make sure that she's in the right mentality so she's not taken advantage of by other people around her. We have Bird, Perched. We have Waiting for News, Packaged Letter. So I do feel that the universe is like, we want to bring you your order, we want to bring you these beautiful services, but you kind of need to let us in to help you bring you all of these beautiful things that we have in store for you. I feel that's kind of what's going on right here. We have November. So in November, we see like the little, I don't know if it's the sun. I guess you could say it's kind of like the sun peeking out of this tree, and it's during winter. So it's kind of like when everything is dead or when everything is asleep, there is a sign of hope. So that's kind of what I'm seeing this. And maybe in November that could happen, or that's the energy that's coming through. We have Skull, Hidden Secrets can harm you. So I do feel that there's a sense of try not to lie to yourself, try not to be very good at discerning what other people want to do, I'm just looking at the other cards that we have, like, there's so much. Be able to take care of yourself by making sure that you use being able to discern what's good energy and what's not good energy, what's out there to harm her and what's out there to take care of her. The other thing that we have is career. So they want to help her with her wealth, with her career. So things that she's kind of already looking towards her career. So they will definitely help her with that. It's just that she needs to work on herself and on her self-love. So I think one of the biggest things is that she doesn't trust that things will become better. She doesn't trust that the universe is out there to help her. She needs to take the leap of faith and trust that she will be, that life will get her. Life will like hold on to her and help her. We have Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So I do feel that this is why she needs self-love to get that. I mean, we didn't get the Queen of Cups in her current energy, so I guess Yuju is going through a period where she's kind of not having that self-love and has a little bit of insecurity. So I do feel that if she's able to love herself, she will be able to show off her skills with confidence, and she will be able to confidently say yes to new opportunities. The other cards that we have is Cup. You should accept valid criticism. So I do feel that this is talking about the 9 of Wands that we saw in her career. Like, she definitely needs to put her guard down a little bit to not only allow help to come in, but also to allow her to grow and become better. She needs to keep in mind that just because she was betrayed once doesn't mean that everyone is out there to get her. So she needs to be very careful, or else she will not be able to take in these new opportunities that life has to offer. We have Rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. So it's kind of like the tower has been destroyed. It is time to rebuild the new chapter. And why am I talking about the tower? Because there in the Major Arcana, there's a tower card, and that's kind of like life breaks down that tower that you have. So you may feel like you lack security, you may feel like you lack stability, but that's so you can recreate your foundation and have a stronger one, so you can build on a stronger, more stable foundation. So that's kind of where life is at. It's like, we already destroyed what had to be destroyed. Now it is time for you to rebuild yourself. And of course she's not alone, because life is definitely helping her in her love life. The other card that we have is a Haystack, is Karma. You will reap what you have sown. So I do feel that this card is kind of talking about she will get blessings, but she will also be punished, I feel. But don't take punish as in a bad way. I feel punish is kind of maybe not the word that I'm looking for, but it's kind of like she will see what cause and effect is about. And the punishment that I'm talking about is that if Yuju doesn't continue loving herself and doesn't heal herself, she will just continue to see that things are not working out for her. And that's kind of the karma, that's kind of what karma works like. People usually think of karma and they think of it in a negative connotation, like, oh, you know, karma's gonna get you, you know, or, you know, karma's a bitch, that type of that type of saying. So in this card, it's kind of, you know, karma is, it's a pretty neutral thing. It's just cause and effect. You do what you do, and then you just pay the consequences of that. And consequences also has a negative connotation, but it's not that bad. It's just like, you know, you do something and something else happens, you know. The other card that we have is Sunrise. We have new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So there's definitely, you know, the worst is over because there's a new beginning. That's the bigger picture, you know. Something ended and something's about to start again. You know, the Sunrise kind of talks about that November card. Things may have gone to sleep, but there is hope in the horizon type of thing. We have Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. So I do feel that mentally, Yuju should take a break so like that she can bring love into her situation. You know, try to think of things. Okay, you know how the Hangman appeared twice for Yuju? She had the Hangman in her current energy, and she had the Hangwoman in her career. And to me, even though the Hangman is Neptune energy, I actually kind of see it as an Aquarius card. Why do I say that? I see it that way because the Hangman is kind of like looking into the new perspective, seeing things from a new point of view, trying to, you know, see what others cannot see, you know, think outside the box. And to me, Aquarius is the embodiment of that. So yeah. Anyway, so now we have Broom, new home, new attitude. So I do feel that this goes very well in the sense that to me, Nest talks about home and the haystack and the karma thing and all, like, I don't know why, but in this section was when I was talking about the tower, right? You know, destroying it so you can rebuild it from a stronger and more stable foundation. So I do feel that with this Broom, it's kind of saying, you know, grieve and mourn about whatever cycle you have ended, but also start looking towards the possibilities and be hopeful about this new beginning, right? Then that's kind of like the bigger picture. Things didn't work out before, that's fine. Start focusing on how they can start working now. Start focusing on seeing how things will get better and start seeing like the positive side of things. Okay, one last message for her love life. We have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is the energy of someone that has to relax, someone that may... Okay, but that's upright. Upright, the Four of Swords means someone that is relaxing, someone that's meditating, someone that is kind of putting themselves together, preparing for something, and mentally they are in a meditative state, basically. But with the Four of Swords reverse, it's kind of... It has, to me, it has a meaning of someone that is very anxious, someone that can't even think of something because of how much fear it causes them or how much stress it brings them. So I do feel that with this Four of Swords, it's kind of leaning towards this hammock of try to relax, try to see things from a positive view, try to meditate in the sense of meditate so you can like see what the difficult things are, and then from that being able to slowly heal and love herself, because it's kind of like, you know, those times that sometimes parents do something and kids feel like it's their fault, but it's just a parent is going through their own thing. So it's kind of like that. It's like the universe got rid of something for Yuju, and Yuju feels like it's her fault. Like, oh, was I not good enough? Was it because I didn't do this? Was it because I didn't do that? So she's kind of blaming herself and faulting herself for something that was not in her power. So I do feel that with this Four of Swords, it's kind of life telling her, do not blame yourself. Look at the bigger picture and slowly forgive yourself and love yourself and give yourself that self-respect that Yuju needs in this case, so that she can allow all of these blessings that come in her career, in her home, in her stability, mental stability, right? So I do feel that life wants to give her a lot of beautiful things, but there's this overthinking that they still want her to get rid of. So that's kind of what I see for her love life, which honestly, her love life kind of felt like the healing messages. So I don't really know what's going to appear in her healing messages, because I genuinely feel like this was it, you know. This was her healing message. But yeah, I use like a completely different deck for the healing messages, so let's just take it out and see if anything overlaps. That's usually what I do the healing messages for. That's where I'm like, okay, is there anything missing? Is there anything that has to be highlighted? Is there anything that has to be reinforced, or can I just get my sweet confirmation that I was right? Anyway, so what healing messages are they for Yuju? Healing messages for Yuju. So the first card that wants to come out is the Stag Spirit, Take the Lead. So I do feel that with this Take the Lead, it's kind of like you take the lead of your life, be the one that chooses what you want in your life, that kind of thing. So with this Stag Spirit, it kind of looks very similar to the deer that we saw in the Angel of Verdancy card, the one that I pointed out that was like, for simplicity's sake, let's just call it deer. And they were following the light that this big tree was offering them, so that guidance and that hope. So I do feel that with this Stag Spirit, it's like, take the lead. Life has a lot of options, and life is willing to help you out, but take the lead of your own life. So I do feel that life is kind of trying to encourage Yuju to do what she wants to do. They want to encourage her to do what she's passionate about, kind of like do what her purpose is, to do what she wants to do, right? Because her purpose could be something as simple, not easy, but something as simple as like just communicate the messages that we have for the universe, and she can communicate that however the hell she wants. She can do it through singing, she can do it through speaking it out, she could do it through casual conversation as much as she could do it through writing or through drawing or any form of communication. We all channel communication very differently, right? There's automatic writing, there is drawing, and in my case I'm using tarot, but I'm also speaking it. So yeah, that's kind of how it means to take the lead. You what is it that you want to do in the way that you want to do it, but also still being open enough for spirit to help you, you know, that kind of thing. So let's see what other cards we have. Healing messages for Yuju. Okay. The Horse Spirit, Lion Spirit, okay. So the other card that we have is a Horse Spirit, Freedom is Yours, reverse. We have the Lion Spirit, Be Generous of Spirit, reversed. We have the Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power, reversed. And then we have the Dolphin Spirit, This and That Are True, reversed. So when you have reversals in these oracle cards, it's kind of weird in the sense that it's not necessarily the opposite meaning. Sometimes it's kind of like yeah, it could mean that, but it's a new meaning of its own. So I will do my best to channel the messages for it, because I do not have them memorized. And I'm saying that because I do feel there's like a connection they all have. Alright, so with the Horse Spirit, we have Freedom is Yours. So that kind of goes very well with the take the lead type of energy that we got. Definitely do what you want to do. What is it? You know, work with other people, because we have 3-3. And it's kind of like 3 to me in tarot means like the card of working with other people or doing something with other people. And also when you have like a repeated 3, it's kind of like that doubles the energy. But also when you add 3 plus 3, you have a 6, which in tarot, the 6 is the number of balance, and it's a number of, I read in a book that it's like the booklet of one of my cards. I read that 6 is like a higher vibrational thing from 3. So it's kind of like, yeah, working with other people, but the next step is equal give and take. That's kind of like, I guess that's kind of the only way I can explain it right now. So yeah, with the Freedom is Yours, I do feel that it's kind of like, again, encouraging and trying to help you figure out what freedom means to her and how that looks like and how she can achieve that. So it seems like right now she's still going through that process, but right now I do feel that if she were to free herself from her own mind, it will make it a lot easier to figure everything else out as well. With the lion spirit, be generous of spirit, I do feel that that's the whole thing that we saw in her love life of, let life work with you, which has been hinted on her current energy with the Fool reverse, and also with the Judgment reverse and the World reverse. Basically all the major kind of reversed in her current energy, and it was also kind of hinted in her career. The whole thing of you just trusting that things will get better, and just with the Hold Your Vision card, which is the 5th moon in her career. So I do feel that has been slowly being like a consistent and a continuous message that has been going on in Yuju's reading, which is just allow spirit to work with you and allow them to help you out and allow them to work in what they have to do to just make destiny do what destiny has to do. That's basically it. Because how that's kind of usually like a thing that people wonder, right? How much is it free will? Okay, no, first of all, people usually go, is it free will or destiny? I think it's both. So then the question is, for me, how much is it free will and how much is it destiny, right? So I do feel that with Yuju, destiny right now is whatever had to happen. So if it is a disbandment, it had to happen. It was bound to happen. It was part of her destiny. And the fact that she did not take it well is also part of the destiny, right? Why? Because that's the tower moment type of thing, right? It's like it was building in, getting to a company that maybe you're not too content with, feeling under the control of that new company, and then it's kind of like, okay, less, getting less of what you like to do, okay, and then it builds up, so it's a continuous stream of tower moments, right? Someone mentioned that once, I think in Twitter, I read that it was like, the tower moment is not a moment necessarily, it's like a series of events, and that is kind of true, I guess, you're right, but tower moment is kind of just like the accumulation of those events. Basically, it's like it just kind of, you feel it when it hits, you don't necessarily feel it as much as it's building up, right? So yeah, I do feel that with Yuju, the beginners with spirit, it has been like the message that we've been getting over and over, which is, it just allows the universe to work with you, just allow life to do what life has to do. But her free will in this is kind of like how she reacts to all of the things that she doesn't have control over, right? She doesn't have control over the people that she's surrounded with. She only has control of herself and how she thinks and all of that. And by control is like how she allows that to affect her life, and how she allows that to affect her actions and her emotions and stuff like that, right? Because even then we don't really have control over that. Like, we don't really have control over our personality, but we do have control how we show that. We don't really have control of our thoughts, but we do have control of what we voice out or how we react to those thoughts. We don't have control of how we feel, but we do have control of how we let that affect us. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the thin line, right, between control and destiny, right? So what can she do and what is out of her power, that type of thing. So with the lion spirit is that hard lesson, the hard in between of is she pushing herself so hard that she's actually neglecting what has to be done, or in this case it's kind of like her career, she just has to let go and then just allow the universe to do what they have to do to make things happen, and she needs to work on herself to get the skills, the security, and the confidence to be able to walk that path that's being built for her. That's kind of what I'm getting with her healing messages. Then talking about that, we have the panther spirit with reclaim your power. So we already have like 2 felines right here, so that's definitely a very strong feminine energy that she has to heal. So it's kind of like Yuju has to let go of her overthinking a little bit. She kind of has to let go of the I have to work to feel successful and satisfied. It's like now she has to build onto what are your values? What is it that you find important? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to say this is what will fulfill me, this is what will make me happy, you know, that kind of mentality, right? So with the Panther spirit and that reclaim her power, the fact that it's reversed is kind of like, that's, she first has to figure out what power means to her, and then she has to figure out how she can get there. But also, power is not what she thinks of right now. So whatever she thinks of as power, if that is achievements, if that is hard work, and if it's stuff like that, it's like, okay, great, yeah, that's part of it, but how it makes you feel is above all of that. That's kind of what I'm getting with this Panther spirit. And the last card that I think the last card, but I want to take tea leaves, so I'll do that in a little bit. So the last card from the spirit animals is a dolphin spirit, and this and that are true. So I'm just gonna take this. I am right. I was kidding. So no, let's analyze this. So we have 20, and 20 adds up to basically 2. You know, 2 plus 0 is 2, and 2 is all about balance. So I do feel that she is still in that period of balance. Is also bringing 2 things together, but it doesn't necessarily bring them together as in like combining them. Is also, you know, you can bring 2 things together so they can just coexist and be okay with each other. That's kind of like the balance I'm thinking of. Like for example, there is union in the 2 of cups, but there is also what is it called, the ability to see beyond in the 2 of wands. There is the being able to look at 2 options with the 2 of swords, but the one that I'm thinking of is actually the 2 of pentacles, which is having a balance between 2 things. And things could be something material and something spiritual. Also with the 2 of swords, it's kind of like being able to see more than one point of view, and that's why you are in between like these 2 options. That's kind of what it means to be in the 2 of swords. And then with the 2 of wands, we have like this ability of being able to feel like you have the world on your hands. So feeling that confidence to be like, anything is possible, so then you can take the action to make anything possible, basically. And with the 2 of cups is feeling that union. And yeah, that 2 of cups is usually seen in a romantic way, but the 2 of cups could be a union within herself, being able to connect with herself, or being able to connect with her spirit, which is kind of what I'm getting with this dolphin card. You know, how all of those twos, all of those suits. Oh, and you know what's the other 2 in tarot? The High Priestess. And that's kind of what I'm getting at right now. Being able to have that connection with spirit, so like that you can take action in whatever it is that she has to take action in, and being able to balance out what is physically in her power and what is not in her power, but also being able to balance out the material world with the spiritual world, and also being able to see more than one opportunity in her life, because that was like the biggest issue that was coming through in her current energy. Yuju can't see beyond what's in front of her, because right now she's overthinking and over analyzing that one thing that's bothering her, and because of that she had the Hangman reverse. Like, she can't see beyond that. And if she brings love into this and love into that, I'm saying that because I'm reading that again, is the only way that she will be able to like unblock herself slowly in the most healing way, you know. So with this and that is true, I'm just seeing that in this case, it's like whatever it is that she feels within her, it is true. Just because she doesn't believe it, I think is that she can't even reach the point of seeing it and hearing it, because she's too focused on that one thing that's bothering her, if that makes sense, which is the Hangman reversed. Okay, so I'm just gonna take 3 cards. I asked for 3 cards and 3 cards only for the tea leaf, and then just wrap it up. Let's see, last 3 messages for Yuju. You know, make it boom. I'm getting dizzy shuffling these ones. One card. Make it count. Hey. And they made it count. It came out, gave us a show. Okay, let's see. The bull. Okay, so the first card that we got was Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. So this seems to be very true. And I believe it's a spear on a tomato, because that does not look like a heart. If you look at it, that is not a heart, right? It's a tomato. So with this card, I'm kind of getting that for Yuju. We saw like that tower card. Okay, the tower card never appeared, but I talked about it, so it's kind of like if it had appeared. So with that energy, the tower energy that we felt in that love life, that's kind of what is happening here. It happened for her own good. That obstacle had to be getting rid of so that she can learn and grow her person, herself. So that heartache over what you no longer have is kind of like, remember how I mentioned in her love life that you should just grieve and mourn whatever it is that she kind of had to let go of. And that's kind of what this Spear card is talking about. Whatever it is that she had to let go of, whatever it is that life kind of just went swatch and got rid of, is the thing that she kind of has to work through. And it's kind of like work through like what it made her feel, what were the ripple effect that caused, what was the domino effect, what was the chain reaction, that kind of thing. The other card that we have is Woman, dealings or relationships with a woman, and that could just be a little hint, as much as it could be like, work with yourself, Yuju, since she's a woman. It could also be about that. I don't know. And the last card that came out with a flash one was the Bull, and we have plenty of material things. And we have a fruit bowl. So to me, that means riches, it means variety, it means a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new things. It also kind of made me think of the energy that we got here in her love life, which was wealth, career, and there was a chart too that to me symbolizes like an ominous danger that is slowly approaching. But anyway, I do feel that with this Bull card, it's kind of like, dude, if Yuju is worried about her material stability, life is like, do not worry, we will take care of that. You focus on you, and we focus on what we have to focus, and then eventually work together, right? That's how, kind of like, it's like divide and conquer. That's kind of what I'm getting the energy of. Some people focus on one thing, other people focus on another thing, and it slowly brings everything together. So I was getting dizzy when I was shuffling those cards, but it wasn't the cards themselves. I think it was just me trying to laser focus the energy on just a couple of things. I did not want to go through a bunch of tea leaf cards as we got in her love life. I was like, no, I don't want to get like a gazillion of them and read them. Like, there's like 200 of these cards in the deck. I was not about to risk getting like another 10. So yeah, with all of that said, thank you to everyone that watched this video. It is going to be quite the lengthy boy, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something from this, or if not, I hope you find it entertaining, even if it's a little bit. I do feel that this one was full on. Like, her spirit guides were like, I have to tell her this and tell her this and make sure you remind her of this and tell this other thing, right? Like, it's kind of like I felt that it was me definitely like getting a lot of messages, because maybe I got along with her higher self, or maybe I got along with her spirit guides. I have no clue, but I guess we just kind of got along, and that's why it was like, okay, make sure you say this and say this other thing and this other thing. I think that's my only explanation as to why in her love life I did not get anything necessarily romantic like that. But yeah, with all of that said, I think I will end it there. Thank you to everyone that watched this video. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. And